Welcome back, everyone. We're here on beautiful Lake Como at Villa Urba, and what a beautiful place to show this really special car. I'm here with Horatiu from BMW Blog. He's going to walk us through the special stuff about the Speedtop.
And I mean, this is quite special. I had a chance to see the car a few days ago, had a chance to sit in it, I had a chance to ride in it a little bit. Absolutely stunning. Honestly, you can't see it from the front because the shape from the side will be the most interesting stuff, and we're going to take a look at that as well. Clearly based on BMW Skytop, it was presented last year here. Now they decided to do the BMW Concept Speedtop. So design-wise, honestly, one of the best looking BMWs I've seen in a while. They've been criticized quite a bit about the design. And you know, if you look at the front, you can see modern things in the design, but you also see a lot of heritage right there. So I'm going to ask you this. Which shark nose does this one remind you more of, the Z8 or the 507 Roadster?
Definitely the 507.
Okay, so I guess that was the inspiration. They said it was somewhere in between the two. And you can see the front, you know, this angle down, so good looking, especially when you look from the front and the side view, it is so nice. But at the same time, it's aggressive, right? Even though it's a luxury car, it's based on the A series or M8 with an M8 engine. We're going to talk about that. You can see the design wants to impress you. I mean, you have, you know, this functional hood right there with opening air vents, so that's cool because you don't see it on many cars. And the other interesting thing is the headlights. People don't realize these are the thinnest headlights that will ever be put on a production series BMW, just like the Skytop. And apparently this was not easy to do. Yet, you know how BMW is known for like double headlamps, either round or the angel lights? Well, they still have it. If you look on that side, there's two lights, they're still there, they're just disconnected basically. So that makes it super cool.
Yeah, and as far as the design goes, I mean, it's really close to the Skytop, but this, being a Speedtop, non-convertible, has a hatch sort of shooting brake design, which is something we've seen. I believe we saw it on a Z4 concept that BMW released about a year ago.
Exactly. And honestly, from the front end, we're going to move to the side. There is only one difference compared to Skytop, but I didn't see it. I had to ask the designing team to tell me what's different. Actually, the lamels, the kidney, slats in there, they have this edge which is chrome or silver painted, but to create that contrast in there, to kind of look like it's empty in there, they have this one painted in black piano.
Yeah,
so that's actually the only difference.
This has illuminated grills, just like some of the new design language with the iXs and some of the new models as well. So that's a great
very cool. Before we move to the back, I can talk about this quickly. So it's got an M8 engine. They don't really want to talk about it, even though I feel like it's a selling point. I'm like, this is great.
It is.
625 horsepower.
Yeah, S63, it's a great motor. And then the whole foundation of the car being M8 already has a great platform for touring. It's a GT touring platform, so it's perfect for this car.
Yeah, and considering it's almost as big as a normal A series or M8, it should have similar performance, which is crazy because some people tested 0 to 60 with a rollout like 2.8 seconds. I don't know what's the time on this one, they haven't told me, but it's got to be crazy fast as well. Let's move to the side, maybe on that side a little bit better so we can see. We've talked on Skytop quite a bit about the wheels. Do you remember that we love the wheels? But it was a little bit more complicated. They had like one set, like one layer, there was another layer on top of it. I'm assuming that's not easy to clean. But these are new ones, they're 14 spoke wheels. What do they remind you of? More like Alpina style wheels or still very BMW?
I would say half Alpina, but also turbofan. They look like some of the iX offerings as well that they have, kind of a new design language. These are not going to be easy to clean either, pretty much like the Skytop wheels.
I mean, if you pay €500,000 for the car, which you just revealed that, I'm pretty sure someone will clean them for you, right?
So what's the production numbers we're looking at for this vehicle?
You know, let's leave that towards the end so you guys can stay actually connected to this video. So what I like about this design also that it's not all chrome or silver. They also have this dual tone with silver and black right there, piano black once again. And I think that gives the car a very sporty look, honestly, from the side. A lot more than the Skytop, which to me was more of a luxury Grand Tourer Targa type of car. But this one actually means business. And speaking of that, I mean, you look at the side, I mean, that's my favorite part. So apparently towards the B pillar is the same color as Skytop, but then it changes completely, and you can see right. I mean, you tell me what you think about this shape.
It's amazing, and it's a design I want to see more from BMW. It's something from the M Coupe, from E36, E37, M Coupe. They haven't really done in a while.
Brakes, actually,
I mean, it's amazing to see it
How
here.
many do you know of, honestly? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how many do you know of? Because I tried to come up with how many they've done shooting brakes, and I only came up with 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, it's a Z3, Z4, and then the concept new Z4 that they made, which they chose not to produce.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a concept. So this is something people always ask about. Why don't you make a new M Coupe? Why don't you see it? Well, here we go. Maybe this is a sign that they're going to start making more production of these cars.
I think they will, because they learned something with the Touring Coupe, the Z4. that they almost put into production, but they realized how to make this one even more ready than that one. That was more of a concept, but this is kind of like ready to go. So now it actually makes a lot more sense financially for them to do this. But I mean, we're going to talk about the paint in 1 second. But you have the same door opening right there, clearly, just on the Skytop. You just put your hand and pull back. Simple. I'm assuming they're going to use this on other BMW cars as well, because they just wouldn't do it otherwise. I love the shoulders in the back. I mean, I just look at that. I mean, the fenders are, so massive from the back. I mean, even from this angle.
Yeah, it makes the car, and it's much more aggressive than the Skytop. That's why the Speedtop name is so perfect for this.
Exactly. I mean, it actually denotes speed, right? BMW has this idea that every time you go more like sloping roofline and you're going to see how tight it is actually inside, that denotes actually speed. They always talk about this like boat effect, like gliding through the water. And you can see that from the top, because there is actually that spline that goes from the front, and we're going to film it to show it to you. The spline goes all the way to the back. And interesting enough, also inside you have a spline that actually mimics that one. We're going to take a look at that as well.
It's amazing.
But let's talk about the color, because it is beautiful, but it's also complicated from a naming perspective. You want to guess what it is?
Sunstone metallic, I believe.
All right, guys, we're gonna make this one fun, because I tried to memorize it the other day, and I was like, this is too complicated. So, starts at the front, a floating sunstone maroon. Can you imagine how much time we spent probably to come up with that? How many meetings they put together to do that? And then it fades in the back into floating sundown silver. And what's interesting about that is it's the fact that silver right there, it's actually the same color as on the BMW Skytop. So that's the nod or paying homage
to the old.
To like an old one, it's still new. It hasn't come out actually yet. So yeah, that's quite cool. So that's kind of the story with the.
But it ties them together, and it really shows the power that BMW Coachworks, the internal Coachworks has to be able to paint a car like this, the complexity, and also the interior, which we'll show later. It really highlights BMW's Coachwork ability to make a car like this.
People don't realize this was actually done off the production line at the BMW Dingolfing plant. So the Touring Coupe was a collaboration with an Italian coach builder, but this one they decided with the Skytop to do it in-house basically, and they did it in Dingolfing. And also the leather comes actually from the saddlery there, which apparently it's the highest quality possible. I couldn't get an answer if it's the same quality as Rolls-Royce, but they told me it might be the same or more than the Alpina for sure. So that speaks volume. And I had a chance to sit in it, and maybe you will too, have a chance to touch it inside, and you tell me what you actually think.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see another car from this sort of, special formula that BMW's put together, and I think the more we see, the more that the cars are going to be released, and the more BMW is going to offer these special models in the years ahead.
And I'm going to throw a curveball too, because we didn't actually practice it before. There's no script going on, and I'm going to get a genuine reaction from you. But what do you think about the taillights, and what do you think they denote? Pay attention to the lights, and then let's see if you can guess the answer. If it's still a BMW taillight, and why? Because I didn't know either, so you don't feel bad if you don't.
No, I think it's also the thinnest taillight they've ever done.
It is.
Just like the headlight.
It is, for sure. But do you know how BMW always talks about it? They used to talk, if you see it on the 3 Series also that we just filmed, they talk about the L-shaped taillights. This shape right there. And
it's still there.
It's still there because they got this light right there, and that's your L basically. Yeah. So always this time these days you just don't know, like unless they tell me, I will never see it.
I mean, it just shows the depth of the design process. It's not just a simple process doing this, and they add those elements in to really make the car special.
And apparently this was very complicated to do, and we talked about the Skytop as well from an engineering perspective, because you had to use some sort of a silicone with the LED inside to be able to mold this without breaking the light inside, and apparently it was not easy. They're extremely proud of that one, to be honest.
Well, it adds up when you have a car of 500,000 euros.
Exactly. So. And just look at this. I mean, look at that spline going through there. What do you think about the rear end?
Yeah, it's amazing. It even has kind of a shark nose in the rear, which, it's kind of crazy.
Actually gives me more of an idea of a boat tail. If you look at some of the Rolls Royces, I wonder if the inspiration came from there a little bit too, which is fine, because it just gives you that feeling right there. Oval pipes, or they should have done the normal, maybe M pipes?
I like the oval. It matches the design.
More of an Alpina luxury type of thing.
But I mean, to me, this doesn't give the M feeling. I mean, a lot of people were asking about M badges on this car, and this is not from M. This is from BMW.
And I think they're functional, because I kind of put my hand here.
They should be. I mean, they need to get all the exhaust out of this big motor.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's open the trunk. We're gonna ask one of the guys here to open it up, because it's a concept, so you can't really use the door handle there, or the trunk handle. And we're gonna take a look at this to see if magic happens. Thank you guys. Thank you BMW for doing this very, very smoothly, so we don't have to cut in between.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you tell me what you notice first.
Well, it's definitely a partial shelf, but I think there's something hidden under it. It looks like there's some sort of a
Before we
platform.
even get there, tell me what you notice immediately, because that's one thing that actually stood out for me when I opened this trunk up, which you don't see in usual cars.
I mean, the lighting inside.
light, and it's gotta be- I mean,
and also the badge. I mean, the Speedtop badge. being
Speedtop badge there.
And it's full leather, every single
It
surface.
is, and we're gonna open in a
Yeah.
second. But what I liked about this one, I filmed it towards evening basically, and it started to be dark outside, and that light really shines. It's so cool, gives you that, you know, luxury feeling when you open it up, and it's quite cool. And even these straps, you know, they're not functional in many ways, but apparently this brogue stitching, you know, even though I think I called them broke the last time, brogue. It's actually something that you see on high-end shoes, right? You see these high-end shoes with that brogue stitching. That's exactly what they have right there in the middle, and that makes it a little bit more special, more refined,
Yeah,
basically.
it's tied into all the panels as
Exactly.
well.
And I talked about in the other video also about this, you know, I mean, even, you know, these things are high quality, so it's not something that's cheap and plastic. And speaking of that, I mean, I can open this a little bit, and there you go. Quite spacious, right?
Yeah, and you left your bag in there for
I
everybody.
left my bag in there. Like I wish I actually had this bag, but I'm gonna show you just quickly without trying to mess things up. But you can see how spacious it is right there, so you can fit
Yeah.
some golf clubs, whatever you want in there. There's plenty of
perfect for
space.
Florida.
And it exactly.
Yeah.
And it's leather once again. I mean, you have the straps on the side. You can see the straps right there too. Basically the same thing with the brogue stitching and also the Speedtop on it.
Yeah, I mean the chrome
Just
finishings.
touch the leather, please.
Yeah.
And you tell me what you think about the leather. Just careful with the watch, so we
Yeah,
don't scratch
it
the
feels
car.
it feels really good.
Yeah, and this bag,
Yeah.
it's a special collaboration basically with Schedoni. It's an Italian maker that makes this one. And I'm gonna let you touch it without... Is BMW watching now? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I am not a handbag person, but actually my wife is right there. Do you like this one? You want to take it home? Hey BMW, should we take this one home or no? We can do it. Sorry. Gonna have to stick to Chanel for now. All right, so let's put this one back, close it up. Beautiful. I'm gonna put this down slow. Watching my watch so I don't scratch it. Okay, for €500,000 right there. So, and now the magic happens. The thing closes by itself. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at this, man. Look at BMW. They're getting smarter and smarter at
They're
this.
slick.
Okay, so let's just look from the side. We're not gonna go inside. We want to protect the car. It's got to do an old, you know, road show basically for the future. But I can just open it up a little bit. I'm gonna confirm. Just open up. We're not going inside. Perfect. Okay. We'll be gentle. Okay, so there you go. Tell me what you think. Just careful there.
Even the floor mats are leather, which
Yeah.
is sort of a sign.
Everything is leather.
Coach built.
Even the roof inside, it's all leather.
Yeah, and even the crystal, which is brought, you know, that's also in the iX and
Yeah.
the 7 Series and the 8 Series. They did a special rainbow, I believe, on the crystal inside.
And this one is blue, so they actually changed it from
from
rainbow
the
to
Skytop.
blue to be actually
Yeah.
more special.
More sporty.
But also the other one was a single tone, so it was maroon. But this one right now, it's white with maroon. It's got a crazy name. I'm gonna pull up the photo one more time. So, let's see. Moonstone white? Moonstone white, okay. Sundown maroon. So fancy names once again.
Yeah, there we go.
Moonstone white, sundown maroon right there. And this is different than the BMW Skytop basically. In the back you'll see it's a 2-seater. Once again you see the bags in there, a couple of nice bags. And then honestly you have got to see the spline. You have not seen it from up close.
It also has the lighting incorporated into it. So, yeah, everything's matching from the interior, the front line, from the front hood, all the way back to the back.
And apparently
So-
at nighttime, it gives you the idea that it's such a cozy, like a nice ambience inside the car without being overwhelming. Because honestly, sometimes it's overwhelming to see all these lights all over the car, you know, with the dashboard, what they call interaction bar and all of it. So they've done a fantastic job. So I'm going to close it up. I mean, there is Speedtop everywhere. They got the Speedtop badge on the seats. They got it everywhere to make it a little bit more special. The other one didn't. You will see it also on the center console right there. It says Speedtop.
Yeah.
The idea is to really make this all a bit more special. Of course, you have brogue stitching once again on the seats, on the door.
Yeah, on
I
the
mean,
door
even
panels.
here, just look at this. I mean, look how it actually fades from like tiny holes, like all the way. I mean, this
It reminds
I mean,
me of that. Reminds me of the whole work that they're doing, the brogue work they're doing on Rolls-Royce.
Exactly, yeah.
It really, and the other thing I want to point out on this car is this is previous iDrive generation. So all those guys out there that hate the screens on these cars, here you go. This is an example of a non-big screen brand new car that BMW has made.
Chef's kiss.
Amazing.
Now, this part right there, because you do a lot of leather work as well for custom cars. Is this complicated to do with the
Yes,
tiny
you have to
holes
have the
and then
special
get to that.
dies and you have to have the process down and special machines to be able to do it. So, I mean, it shows kind of the depth of what BMW is going into this with their coach works, and it's exciting for the future. I can't wait to see what's next.
Enough said. Let me close this door and we're gonna wrap it up. So, you asked me earlier how many units, how many do you think they're gonna make?
Maybe 50?
So they decided to give us 20 more. So 70 wealthy people, not us yet, they're gonna have a chance to actually buy this one. So unfortunately it's not coming to the US from what I heard. It's like Skytop because of homologation issues. It's not easy. The story off the record is that in order to bring to the US you need to crash 12 cars, which costly for a small product like this or a small volume, so that's why we're not getting it. But of course you can get it as a show on display, and I did hear that a US customer will get one. I can't reveal who, so I'm pretty sure we will see it in the US as well.
And also I've heard some rumors walking around with everyone that maybe they're close to being sold out already, and it was unveiled 3 days ago.
It is a true story.
Yeah, and it's a testament to BMW and what they've been able to achieve with design. It's also the brand. It's really developing, and it's going to be just moving forward special.
And I'm not trying to hype up the brand, but I'm going to end with this. Yes, $500,000 for a BMW, it's a lot, but €500,000, you know, for some people, it's really not that much. I mean, people that have huge collections, I mean, you see cars, they're 50 million euros or even more, and these cars just have the money. Like to them, it's just another toy maybe, which is a cool one. So you got to put it in that perspective more than anything else, to be honest. And this is why I'm okay with the price, because I know that it's not necessarily for me, maybe it's for you, but there will be people that will want to buy this because it's so special, so unique, and it's going to become, I think this is going to become a classic car. We're going to see it in Concorso d'Eleganza in the future, basically. I don't know how many years it's going to take, but for sure.
And if the price is the only bad part of them being able to make a car like this, I'll take it every time.
Exactly.
Horatiu, thanks for taking us through all the really special elements about this really important car. Let us know what you think about this car and in the comments about what your opinion is on the price. We'll see you guys next time.